Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you for being on today.
Of course. Is this close enough to you?
I think so. We can
You
check.
like it right on the nipple.
Right on the nip. Just want to feel it. A little zap. A little bit of Bluetooth to the nip.
Yes.
Thanks for being on today. You want some chocolate?
Actually, do not want chocolate.
God, I think the world needs to know
This is how you do it. You just
why do you do that? Is that a thing?
don't worry about it.
You want any?
No, I
No?
really do not. Thank you. I appreciate
Mostly
you.
salt chocolate.
Move this up a little bit.
Sure. Bring the people in.
Here.
Just right
Is that good?
underneath their noses. Yeah, it's good. What's on your heart?
The clip? A lot of things. What about you?
I've had a lot of fun starting this YouTube channel and this new, it feels like a new endeavor. And it also feels a little bit like back to the middle school or high school days when you do a class project and you would make it and then use the iMovie on your laptop or old school computer to create this project. That's how this has felt a little bit, because it's not these short snippets of your life or a day, or it's not packaged. It's just like real life, everyday life. So pretty cool that we get to sit out here in these chairs in the front and just talk and just be ourselves. So
What do you like most about yourself?
it's an interview process for me. What I
Wanna
like
know.
most about myself.
And then I'll tell you what I like most about you.
What I like most about myself. I feel like I genuinely, truly care about other people. I probably think about other people more than I think about myself, and I genuinely mean that. I don't know if that's normal or regular. I don't know if that's normal or rare is what I meant to say. It's like I'm ordering a burger.
Regular.
Rare. Normal or regular? I don't know where that came from.
Oh, it's so good.
So that's my answer.
Oh, I concur.
Really?
I love that about you.
Thank you.
I really do. And it's not like you don't worry about people. You just genuinely, you just care.
I used
you
used
love
to worry,
people.
but not so much anymore.
I don't think you're a worrier. Just
No.
comparatively.
I think I used to take on other people's things. So by
Yeah.
proxy, I was worrying for them versus worrying about them.
Yes.
But then I had to learn to start saying no and get customer. So cute.
That's so cute.
So was that going to be your answer? No?
What do you think my answer is going to be?
Can you say it publicly?
Colin.
Your favorite thing about me is probably my heart. Is that what you're gonna say? So it sounds canned or cheesy, but I could totally see you saying that's why. I was genuinely thought that'd be the answer.
The thing that I enjoy most about you is when I don't know what you're going to say and you've been percolating on something
Just cooking.
and you just have it within you and then it just comes out and it's so pure and beautiful and natural and usually profound on accident, and you have a lot of wisdom that doesn't it's
Unsaid?
and then when you say it, you don't have to fill space with words.
No, I don't. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just the phrase "quick to speak." Is that biblical? Is that scripture?
Slow to speak,
Slow to speak. What is that?
quick to listen.
A proverb or something?
Yeah,
Is it?
one of those.
Or maybe a psalm? No, I think it's a proverb. Slow to speak. I feel that. Thank you. Should we get into human design a little bit?
What about it?
Well, because I think that speaks to, there's different layers of those things you just articulated, and not just about me, but about a lot of people, are how they're wired and also how they're showing up. Just because you're predisposed, or this gets into with health. Oh, I've got certain genes, so this is just going to happen to me. Or this happened to all my relatives. Of course I have that. Actually, this is where epigenetics comes in, and your habits and inputs dictate really who you end up being, or what results you're actually getting physically, can even be chemically, maybe even energetically in a sense, based upon what you believe, what you know, how you're showing up. And so just that quick, I used to talk all the time, and then different things teach you, and then you learn about your human design. So I'm a manifester is my type. And I don't have as great of language to it, but I've certainly learned a lot. And I'm learning recently on design and who I'm made to be. And I think it's really important for anybody, especially men. I think the wives are quick or maybe are more apt to learn this stuff and lead the men in this, but I think it's powerful when the men step into their true design and their true self.
Yeah.
So,
It's all just like affirmation of who we are. We all know. And I feel like it's easy to know when you're living out of alignment. And there's just like lack of peace, lack of ease. And so sometimes it can be helpful to
that's good.
sometimes it can be helpful to learn about those things, not so that you can step into a box, but more of just trying things on. Oh, I'm a manifesting generator. No wonder I XYZ, and let me try this, and this because of it. It's like you're a manifester, so.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, I want to go back to something you said, because in your experience as a woman, viewing men and just observing men, what do men normally do, in your opinion, when there's a lack of ease or lack of peace?
Push through, brother.
Yep.
Force.
Hard charge.
Or shut down. Avoid. Similar to overcompensate. A lot of, I would say, it's probably similar for women, but those are probably more so the things that men do.
And it's exactly what I see in the work that I do. Typically, men are coming in doing one of those move away froms, one of those verbs, the run, medicate. It's my story.
Sure.
I medicated. I turned to alcohol, food,
activities,
filled my time,
like
distracted,
things, events,
work even. No, I wasn't really being, how would I put this? Well, I was being maybe productive, but totally using it as an escape.
Sure.
Didn't even want to be doing it. But it was where I was, real estate. That's how we met. So very thankful. It's like our stories, these things that happen, they're supposed to happen, yet in it, there's a lot to learn, and we can heal. And I think for men, fortunately and unfortunately for how maybe people receive this, you have to listen, and to listen, you have to slow down and create space and take your space.
So what does that look like for you?
Well, I think seasonally it's looked different. Like pre-kids, it was take slower mornings, maybe I make a big breakfast. I used to read a lot in the mornings, things of interest. Used to do a lot more probably research and investigation within the holistic health world. Now it's a little more creative in terms of when I find the space and take it. Because for instance, I'll typically wake up with one of the kids, and then you probably end up more likely to stay in bed for a little bit longer with one of the kids. And so right from the get-go, I'm up with a child, and we probably hang out for a bit. I do my best, and typically I stay off my phone in the mornings. That is such a hack. It's not even a hack. It's such a life needed lesson. And then quiet time for me a lot of times is a workout in the afternoons, whether it's at the gym or outside. Typically just for getting the weights, all that stuff. The gym has worked out well when we're in Ohio. But I love, just curling up with a good book. The book that I'm reading right now is on being a manifester. It's been great so far. Just started it, not super deep into it. I've got a whole stack of books that I'm looking to go through. But typically, I've got to detach. I've got to plug, because I want to, a lot of times I have a tendency to go external and go see what other people are doing and get energy from them, which I know you do this, but in a very positive manner, I think. I will do it actually in a low energy state. I'll like, and I just need it's like the final boss. And the answer is just taking my space. And it's really tough to do in today's day and age, because you got a phone, I don't know, you may have kids, you've got responsibilities, right? So it's like, one would argue, well, then how do you take your space? What does that look like? I think it's different for everybody.
I think that what can be helpful for me, I like a good, bold pattern interrupt. So thanks.
You're welcome.
So
It's the wind.
if I'm feeling like I'm in a cycle that is not helpful for me, or if I'm doing one of the things we talked about, forcing, medicating, etc., I will have to just like scratch, do something that I would not think to do.
Like a pattern interrupt, almost.
I just said that. Okay.
Well,
we have receipts too.
No, I know you did. I'm saying, do you mean during the day pattern interrupt, just like a 30-minute thing, or do you mean a trip?
I will just go do something that I would not normally do during the day. Or so that's for the day, and then like if it's in general, it'll just be something like you'd go do a kickboxing class, or
That's cool.
go learn from a gardener. I don't know, something completely different that takes you out of your perspective and takes you out of your world view at the time in the moment, because you just gain so much perspective.
Well, I think it's getting out of your head and back into your body.
100%.
That's a really, when my men, like the guys that I work with, when they finally get back into their body and then repeat that and can stay in their body or know how to get back at the power of this in your own life, oh my gosh, when the men experience this, because then all of a sudden I feel like From the messages I get back from these men, my wife and I are on the same page. My kids and I are on the same page. Work's going well. I feel great. My movement practice is just happening. Things seem to just click when these guys, and I know it seems so simple and no duh, but it's not always easy because we have so many conversations going on. And again, responsibilities, well-meaning things in life that if we're not careful, we just get in this hurried, frantic thing. And that's, as a manifestor, a sprinter, that's been tough. Because then you get into generation. Like this season right now, I feel like I've been in a very heavy generating season of getting stuff done, fulfilling, task-oriented to do. And it does feel very unfulfilling at the very end. And I lead men. I help with burnout. I help lead men in vitalistic habits and getting back to who they're made to be, original design. So it's like it calls me forward automatically just when I start to catch myself, or you'll catch me. And you do a great job of balancing me. That's why I think every man needs to find their balancing act in a woman.
Or a man. Up to you.
Well, no. Well, maybe it's a brotherhood. Maybe it's a group. So.
That's good.
Anything else on manifestors or men that you want to...
Let's talk about men.
You want to talk about men?
No, I think what I've been thinking about today.
What?
I've been thinking about life, rhythms, relationships, etc. as music. And so when you think about getting on the same page as someone, if you're singing something different than I am, even if we're both singing, then this doesn't work in all cases, but like, let's just say we're trying to get on the same page, right? It's gonna matter where we're at on the page and what key we're singing in and the tone and all of those things, right? And so I was just thinking through just like music in general and how many metaphors we use for relationships, life, etc. that have to do with music.
Yeah.
And like dance and like, you know, just all of that.
It's beautiful. Reminds me of nature. For some reason,
Even beats. If we were going to make something sound good, if we were going to do something together, we'd have to talk first. We'd have to get on the same page.
Rhythms.
Move forward. Exactly. So even our rhythms for the mornings and our rhythm, it's really cool. It really is like a dance. It's beautiful music, which can be broken down into mathematics even. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. What about you? Anything else?
That's really beautiful. No, I just was thinking how life can, if we aren't conscious, if we're not intentional, it's called life can take us off rhythm, and yet how beautiful that is too, because we can just listen to that. It's almost like jazz, where it seems sporadic and maybe a little bit obsessive and wonky and draining, and it is. And yet we can use that then to get back on beat. Listen to that jazz.
Yeah, but what do you have to do? You have to listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop and pause and listen.
Yep. Absorb.
Gather.
Yes. Allow it. I love jazz.
And then be like...
Trumpet, quiet. Drummer, 4 on the floor. This is how we get on sync. Tambourine. No, we don't need you. That's our other instrument. Cowbell. Need more cowbell. That was really beautiful. I love that. What a nice note to end on.
Wow. That's so good. Well, what else?
Kids, man. It's a lot. Freaking kids. No,
it's true.
It's amazing, but it is a lot.
No, it's a lot. It's so, oh my gosh. It's so funny. Such good teachers.
Talk about awareness and slowing down. That's been, I think, my most number one, I'm still learning, is learning from the kids and what's happening in their bodies and how they're showing up.
And what do we have to do with that? Allow, slow down.
Embrace all these things that in the moment, depending on the moment, you probably don't want to do. A lot of times, whether it's frustration, lack of patience, whatever, or people are witnessing you, that's probably one of the hardest. Families watching you parent, friends are watching you parent. You're watching yourself parent, and you're critiquing yourself, or you can, bless you. You can feel them critiquing you, and who are you in that? Are you willing to be misunderstood as a parent? That's an ultimate for a parent. That's really hard, I feel like. It's hard for me, but I'm learning and growing in that. I truly can say that I feel like I now can allow myself to be misunderstood. As an individual, as a parent, would not have swung back in the day. Which would not have worked. But now, I don't know, does that resonate?
For me, we know what's best for our kids. It's so easy to allow other people's opinions and all the things get in the way of you knowing what's best for your kids. And even the advice that I listen to, and the people that I go to for advice on my children, got a lot of friends. There's really specific people, and it's not because there's not good advice from other people. It's just that like you know at the end of the day what your kids need
Exactly.
and like which way you need to go. And like again, the whole what you were saying earlier about almost outsourcing. It's not that community is incredible and you have to have a village with your kids. It's just the advice, the things, because there's so many different paths you can go down for so many different things. And Colin and Aspen are so different.
They are so different, man. They're like a year apart, and they could not be more different. And they both come from us, from the same
That's so
gene
beautiful.
pool.
Also, another thing too. This has just gotten into
No, that's good.
so many different things, but
Flow.
there's just I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about parents and the kids being so different, and being misunderstood, and energetics of how the kids are showing up and how we can learn from that. How other people maybe see us parenting. Does that ring a bell at all? No?
It's gone.
All right, we'll take this moment to remind you this is brought to you by Brainage.
Stop. No, we're gonna have to edit this. Is that okay?
I can take this out. What were we going to say?
I'm tired.
You're allowed to be tired.
Thank you.
Do you want to say what you're going to say? We're about 22 minutes in. It's a pretty big
I
file.
don't even know what I was gonna say. I forget.
You were flowing on parent stuff. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
You look beautiful. We could just start making out. We're still on.
I got the ick.
Why? Because I have chocolate in my teeth?
No. Our chairs keep hitting.
That is a little bit annoying. Is that the ick?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's like when you kiss and your teeth hit, maybe?
Has that ever happened to us?
Yes. Not much, but it's happened.
Gross. Anyways, going back to kids. I think I was gonna talk about the advice or the path or something like that, but it really just escaped me.
It's okay. We'll drop it in again. We'll just do another one of these.
So, I feel like I need more food.
Sure? You want some chocolate?
I do not want any chocolate.
All right, we can go get some to eat. All right, well, anything else you want to leave the good people of my YouTube channel? You good people.
What's the most important thing to you about our relationship?
The most important thing about our relationship?
Yeah. In your life.
It's that the first thing I thought, the word integrity came in. It's not even a trust integrity thing. As I keep thinking through that, there's more, go deeper. It's the fact that, and we've talked about this in trying times, that no matter what, you know what I'm about to say, right? No matter what, because truly, this is a core characteristic of our relationship. No matter what happens or what comes up, whatever curveballs life throws at us, that I know that we are on the same team. You're on my team. Whether it's my crap or your crap or stuff happening for us, that we can get through anything because we're on each other's team. Wow. That sounded nice. That was heavenly.
That was really good. No, I agree. You want to know what it is for me?
What?
Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't. I might.
I feel like the most important thing for me about our relationship is that, well, this is very much like a selfish, by selfish I mean, this is why I think it's so good, is because I feel loved and known and understood by you.
Wow.
And I know that you'll give me the benefit of the doubt, and you'll listen to what I have to say, and you'll also listen for understanding. You don't just like listen and move on. You actually want to know me. You want to know what's going on, and you want to move toward solution.
Yes. I do, at the end of the day, respect the heck out of you.
It's hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
I do. I don't know if I think about that. It's when I respect more than my wife.
I'm just kidding.
I respect the man. He's got game, for sure, but I don't know him too
I
well.
don't know why that was the first person that came to my mind.
That is unique. Oh, speaking of kids, you just got screamed at. Someone's awake.
We gotta go.
Do you hear him? All right. We're out. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, comment. Love y'all.